Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and whenever you watch me right now, my name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passionates Network, where we amplify the voices, elevate the culture, and champion the musician. It has been a while, a good while, since I've been around, at least for LBR. We still do our normal talk and everything else, but man, y'all ever had a fourth kid before? It's a lot. It's rough. It's rough. Trying to figure out life. But don't worry, we are back. And first of all, I definitely want to say I appreciate everybody who was sending me stuff that they wanted me to review, they wanted me to look at, they wanted me to talk about. The text messages I got about stuff they wanted me to talk about. Listen, I got all of it. I looked at all of it. I just didn't have the capacity at the time to be able to let some stuff out and just sit down and be able to chop it up and talk about it. But hey, we back. So go ahead and keep sending me stuff when y'all get it, when y'all release the information. Remember, go ahead and get it to me first, man, so we can talk about it right here on the Passionates Network. So this has been kind of floating around. Travis Scott um, performed at Coachella. And the thing about performing at Coachella was they had this huge performance and, they had this all brass band there. And when I originally saw the information, this is the post that I saw, which was Carolina Crown performing at Coachella with Travis Scott. And then it was interesting because, first of all, as somebody who watches drum corps, is into drum corps, I am a Matt Harloff fan. And so I saw Matt Harloff posting all of this stuff. So then I went and I actually watched the performance, which I thought was really executed very well, by the way. Um, and I saw Matt Harloff up there conducting and all that. But then I was like, yo, some of the skin don't look the same as some of these pictures. And so I went and did some looking around and watching some of the social media networks and all that kind of stuff, and come to find out, it seems to have had members of FAMU as well as, if I'm not mistaken, Jackson State performing in it. And obviously this had something to do with the post that he put out about his song, and whoever can do the song the best was going to be a part of his performance, so on and so forth. I didn't even know Carolina Crown actually did a performance of it. I didn't catch that one. Maybe that one flew under the radar. But regardless of that, so I've seen that it's just been this big conversation about, you know, um, well, who was really up there performing? Was it FAMU, or was it Jackson State, or was it Carolina Crown? And then I think a lot of people were having conversations about the fact that Crown didn't necessarily mention a lot of the other people or the other band programs that were performing um, performing for this particular performance. And so I had to sit down with myself and I actually thought about all of these different things and different thoughts that came up. And I definitely want to share my thoughts in this. And the first thing I'm going to say is, regardless of how much you want them to, they ain't got to share that anybody else was in the performance. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm just going to keep it 100. They don't really have to share that other people were in the performance. It's no different. I mean, I won't say it's no different than anything, but I will be very honest, because we are people who are open with sharing the fact that we did these, great performances with these groups and this group and that group, and it's so inviting with everybody and so on and so forth. That's a decision that we choose to make. They don't really have to do that. And I don't, I see I've seen a couple of posts where some people are kind of taking it personal, like, you know, why don't they mention, the HBCU bands that performed in, this particular performance? They seem to be leaving some people out. It don't seem like all of these people were the people who were actually performed. I get all of those things, but the truth of the matter is they don't necessarily have to, because on their end, from their perspective, it's a win for them. Now, again, if you choose, or you want to be an organization who wants to big up the fact that you performed or you did this performance with multiple different band programs and so on and so forth. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think everybody has a position to be able to promote themselves however they want to promote themselves. And in this particular situation, that's just what they did. Now, I do have a question, right? Now, this isn't anything that I've seen in the spaces. I have an actual genuine question because for me, when I saw the performance, this is the first thing that I thought, and I want you guys to give me your thoughts inside of the comment section. When I saw the post, the original post from Carolina Crown, and then I went back and watched the performance, my immediate question was, should only HBCU bands perform with black artists? It was just a thought that popped in my head, right? Like, and I'm not saying yay or nay. I actually want to get your thoughts inside of the comment section, but I was really just kind of thinking about that because of the fact that, when I think about Prince and Beyonce and um well, I think I can say Beyonce in a lot of situations between Prairie View, Texas Southern, and Homecoming joint that she did. But just like so many black artists who typically go out and get historically black colleges and universities, and even in this particular situation, once we really got to the meat of it and found out that there were some HBCU bands that were involved, you know, it really made me kind of think and just kind of wonder, like, should only HBCU bands be involved with black artists? Now, again, I'm not saying yes, that's the way it should be. I'm not saying it shouldn't be that way. It was just a question that popped in my head that I would really like to see what you all's thoughts are inside of the comment section. But ultimately, man, again, I don't really think that this should even be a big thing or a big concern. Again, if anybody can promote their organization in the way that they want to promote their organization, and for Crown to be able to say that they had a performance with Travis Scott, and specifically within, from the DCI perspective, because we all know the DCI for the most part, um I mean, and they have done, big performances and been on big stages before, but just as a group as a whole, being in this particular space, I mean, it's just a way to promote what they do. I mean, again, I don't really see a big thing about it, but you all tell me inside of the comment section what you all think about this, man. Do you think that they were wrong for not even mentioning any HBCUs or anything like that, specifically on this post? And that's not to say that they never did, but on this post specifically, the one that I originally saw, do you think that they were wrong for not mentioning it at all? Should they have mentioned any HBCUs? Do you even care either way, whether they mention them or not? And then on top of that, do you think that only HBCUs should perform with black artists? I want you guys to tell me all of that information down inside of the comment section. Again, don't forget that we do the store is still open. The store is still open. We got some brand new merch. I'm telling you, it is some really nice merch. Y'all go ahead and check it out. Remember, you can get 30% off your purchase. All you got to do is type in HBCU band, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, I missed y'all. I missed y'all. I missed y'all. I did. But your boy back. So let's get to it, man. Continue to go ahead and send me anything that you got, anything that any news that you hit, anything that you want me to talk about. I'm back and we're gonna get this going, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.